Testing. Testing. Okay. We have some track playing in the background. And AK Permanent Banana here. Thank you so much for joining. Sorry, I had to leave the other live stream because something happened here. But it's okay now. And we are back to discuss the banners. Yes. Banner talk with ScherBR. Second version. Let me just get some water, and I will be waiting for more people to join while I also say that we are live. Have to. We are live. You're live for Banner Talk. Okay, here I am back. New Flux also arrived. Capivara, welcome friends. Time to see Darque is any worthy. It's funny that the character that I want the most is Minstrel. And even Minstrel has some problems. All good? Yes, now everything's good. Don't worry. There's some real life stuff happening. But it's been settled. Let me close some stuff here. Thanks for the hug, copy. Hey, Chaos Piper, welcome. Let me close it. I don't need to close the apps anymore. Like I was saying, the PC has not restarted since the last time I did some BIOS changes. But it was also when I figured that there is a problem with the CPU. Neoflux. I don't know if you were here in the last live stream where I was saying that I found a problem with my PC. It's the CPU. It cannot reach very low voltages or high voltages. I'm not so sure what's the problem. I think it's high voltages. It's a problem. And I contacted AMD. And they want me to send the processor. And they will refund me by the morning. I'll probably be without PC for a week. And I'll be streaming via my cell phone. I'll schedule some videos before that. What CPU are you using? 5950X Ryzen. Cannot understand. Is it alien talk for you? Yeah. So it's good that they are refunding, but I'll stay some days without CPU. But it's okay. Especially right now that we have, you know, only one banner. One streamer. I did stream in the past on the phone. It's okay. No worries. So, guys, the changes made to Mirsa made him better. 5950X should be doing good. I wonder why. I paid it a lower price. I was actually not going to purchase this 5950X when I was raising funds to purchase a new processor. I was to purchase another one. I think I was after the 5800 one, I think. But then they had a discount on the 5950X. But it seems like it's an old stock. One of the first stocks, on the first numbers. They didn't even say much. They just said, send me and we will refund you. Sounds like a sure. Hope you get it back quickly. Yeah. I'm not so sure if I will actually get the same CPU. I was thinking that I could actually switch to Intel since this happened and get the Intel i7 12700 because that one is similar in performance to this one. I don't know, man. When you get something from a brand and it breaks, you don't want another exactly the same. And it's still the same price I paid, and the Intel processor is cheaper now. I don't know. I'll think about that. Yeah, but you know, if I am to purchase, it's here, the processor. If I am to purchase the same one again, it's costing exactly the same. And it's similar in performance, but beats the Intel 12700. And if I purchase another motherboard in that Intel processor, it's gonna be the same price. Exactly the same price. I think it's a difference of 80 reais. That is like, I don't know, 20 USD. I'm not so sure. I will think about it. No phone camera stream. Not yet. Save it for later. That's great. They will take responsibility. Yeah. And here in Brazil, man, I contacted the store when I was sure it was the Ryzen problem. They said, 1 year warranty only. But then I went online and saw AMD giving you a 3-year limited warranty. It even says here, I don't think you guys will be able to see. Yeah, you won't be able to see because of the filter. But it says 3 years warranty. And then US said, okay, we'll send you the contact in Brazil. They will contact you in 3 days. They contacted me and just already sent me a code to post and said that as soon as it arrives in 1 day, they will test the processor and refund. Yeah, I still prefer over 5000 Ryzen over Intel with same performance without personal. I always went AMD way. Always had AMD processor. Besides notebooks, I had Intel notebooks in the past. But PC, always AMD. But now, got angry on them. 5800 really should be good enough. The 3D version, Uflux, it's similar price. It's a little cheaper. Because it's a more modern version, the 3D one, will be more interesting. There are also CPU problems on certain Intel chips. Back then when I got this one, it was on a sale. It was close to the price of a 5800. The 5800 was like 300 reals cheaper. That would be 70 USD cheaper, 60. Something like that. That's why I went with this one. Because it was on a sale. But right now it's costing the same, exactly the same. There are also CPU problems on certain Intel chips. Don't remember which ones. Might be the more recent. Yeah, the new generation is facing some problems. This is me hearing this stuff. Capivara doesn't understand. It's okay. Yeah, Intel is having a lot of problems with the 14000 series. But I was saying that I was gonna purchase the 12700. That's old and good enough. Let's get back to the banner. Yeah, let's get back to the banner. I was just waiting a little for more people to join because we were with only 7 people around. Now we have 12. Let's see if I missed it on some message. Also, welcome back, Mumu, Chaos Piper. Older Intel CPU should be fine. Yeah, 12,000 is fine. I can purchase the 12 for 700 in a motherboard with the same investment. I have to think about. But okay, let's get back to the banner. Let's start now, starting with Mirsa. So they buffed Mirsa and SGR for 130. I think like 130 and beyond, it's okay. Endurance, barely. I don't know why they are always buffing Endurance. Looks like they made physical attacks stronger in our version. Hello, Sammy. How are you doing? It's been a while. You expecting more people? Where are they? Not interested in Mirsa or Mirsa meta? Maybe it's just the time now. That's a little wrong. Swapping out the MB is a lot of work. You are too lazy. Yeah, New Flux. To attach everything back, this my tower is a little small. To attach all this 8 hard drives, I placed some in the back and they are so squashed. To replace the motherboard, it's a whole day of work or more. And I'll have to reinstall everything. I don't know. GP always gives lower endurance for some reason. Yeah, it's because buffs. I am sure he kind of buff our bosses. Now we have 17 people. That's a very better number. So, okay guys, let's start it all again. Mirsa banner preview. We shall start talking about Mirsa, and Mirsa is Sword and Sun, but he does not have any spell. You can see that. You don't need to bring elemental weapon for this guy. SGR was buffed. He got very little buffs besides status. 2 things can be checked here. He now has extra OG Gouge Fuel. He can get 70 points per turn. If you consider 70 points, you should check calculator, and when enemy hits you, it's 8 points. So you would take 4 hits to get to 100 without support. If you have someone like Cordelia can give you up to 30. Shirei as well. Cordelia can actually give you more, because when you are hit, you also get more. So just add Cordelia and he gets to overdrive every turn. Nameless says, the reason for that is we are getting stylus earlier and bosses earlier. As well. Those changes are made to make him attack more on overdrive. His skill tree is his permanent chase. And it's a 5-hit attack now buffed to D power instead of E. Barely makes any difference. And has a 10% chance. 10% chance to buff all status by 25% as a command, and as a 15% as a chase. 10% is ridiculous. It should have been at least medium, man. Remember when they started doing this type of stuff? They started with a version of Nala's Daughter that had 10% chance to heal with a skill. That is way too little. Because with over accelerate, he'll be able to OG every turn. Who doesn't use that formation anyway? That formation gives 15 points. So he would then get to 85. If the enemy attacks him twice, he gets to overdrive every turn. Is it small on JP as well? I was checking and it seems like it is. Small chance. It's not 10% to buff all. It's 10% to buff each. Yeah. I know. Each hit. But still, man, you use this skill, you have a 5 times 10% chance to buff. It's ridiculous. We don't want that. It was medium, then 5 times 25% would be okay. But even if you use this skill and you chase with it, it's 10 times 10% chance to buff status. Ah, it's not each hit, it's each status. Ah, just like Julian then. Ah, it's because the way it says here to buff attributes small. Okay. It's like Julian. Julian is also 10%. It's better because this way you will run the lottery more times. Feel bad anyway. I don't really like it. Remember, Stereo Rush. Stereo Rush was just yourself. Now it's for everyone. 2 to 4 hits. Julian was 2 to 4. But a 7 VP attack as well. Okay, thanks for correcting me. It's the way that it's described that doesn't really explain that. Small respective chance, yeah. It's my poor understanding of English that got in the way. So, the good thing about Mirsa is... Okay, you use skill number 2 because before attacking, it gives Armor Bright to all allies. Armor's Bright is explained here. I think it's gonna be double Mirsa, right? Why is it appearing all the time? I think I have to fix this Google Translate button. Let me just check if in GP he's gonna get double times. Yeah, Shining Armor. It applies Light Armor Spark. They changed the name twice. Yeah, it's gonna be double for him, right? Has to be. You get 2, right? So when he attacks, he then gets 2 BP per attack, and he always chases, so he gets 4 total. With 3, 7. That's why he has a 14 BP skill. Because if no support, you then still use it every 2 turns. Now, when he uses a sun attack, does he have a free sun attack? From Inheritance. I think, yeah, from this version, right? Yeah, Valiant Slash. Valiant Slash is free, and it's Slash and Sun. He needs it. Heroic Stance won't add too much, but whatever, it just gives you 30% heat up. I don't think you're using it anyway. But yeah, when he attacks, he's gonna chase always at least once. On Overdrive, he chases again, so it's a total of 9 on Overdrive. He chases with the same attack that he had a chance to chase with. And look here, Silverlight Fangs. In Global, Silverlight Fangs has a 50% chance to trigger another skill. And okay, if you use this skill with the current Mirsa, it may actually be better. You're just gonna attack with this and have a 50% chance to chase. You're expected to be Sun Team, so yeah. Good night, Luke P. How are you doing? This bad description is not your... No. My fault. Even with good understanding of English, that wording still is not very clear what it means. Yeah, but I know that Hans is doing his best job. So, if you inherit that skill, it's a TVP 1. And you're gonna get at least 9, sometimes 11. And on Overdrive, you're gonna attack with that one, chase with this one, and chase again with Silverlight Dance. It's gonna be okay if you guys to Overdrive every single turn. Because I don't know if this is going to make much of an impact. 14 BP, booting external resources. His damage is just okay, it's not nuke levels of damage. But the thing here is, if you are using a full Sun squad, now you can even bring Creator. Creator will give him extra BP as well. He can get 2 or 3 BP just from Creator alone. So it's okay for those that pull it for Creator. But I don't think he is that important. And I am a Mirsa fan. Look P, good things. Are you gonna get Visions of Mana? No, I'm not so much of a big fan of Mana series, Look P. Maybe I'll have to play it more. You just pre-ordered? Are you a fan? Nice to hear. And also good night. SSG says, I heard he didn't see much usage in JP because he was not really great in any of the upcoming content, which makes it sound like we are not getting many Sun Week enemies anytime soon. It's because Slash is way too hard to compete with Kihachi, and then Sun only matters if you are bringing a Sun squad, I believe. It's not that he's bad, it's just that we don't need healing. We have so many healing specialists. Silverlight Dance chases with a lot of healing. His love is not high, but it doesn't really matter. So unless we have meta Sun units with chase attacks, this doesn't help much. Mirsa doesn't have a limit, so if your character has multiple Sun attacks, they would then be buffing a lot. Ah, yeah, because let's go from start. Mirsa has 14 BP, he nullifies shadow damage, he casts Armor Bright. Armor Bright gives you 1 BP when using Sun attacks. You're gonna also get a self-defense boost, he's gonna get twice. And then he will allow you to buff 5% status for everyone. Because there's no limit, he will then be buffing at least 20% status for everyone. In this way, he looks a little bit like Silver when buffing. It's not much, it's not really game changing. But because he doubled it down for himself, reach 20, and then 30% on Overdrive. Everyone else can get average of 10% buffs to everyone. If you're using a full Sun squad, let's say you can get 60% if everyone has a chase as well. 60% at all status buffs, not bad. You have to remember that with Matriarch we get up to 80. 40 from skill, 40 from passive. That makes sense that he's attacking, he's giving more. So, full Sun squad only. Then he gets to overdrive a lot to use his Silverlight Dance and be a healer as well. Everything else is just there. You should not rely on skill tree. And you could theoretically inherit left fork if you want him to be a slash damage dealer, but then he's going to chase with just this one and lose part of his skills. So, I don't know. I feel like Mirsa is just a 4 out of 5. And I like Mirsa. I was a fan, man. I was a protector of Mirsa. People didn't like Mirsa on start, remember? I really loved Mirsa, but I don't think he changes the meta too much. Forgot Professor already? How many can she buff? You said skip permanent banned. What do you mean that I forgot Professor? In which way you're talking about? My Sun parching getting buffed? Yes, Coco. Not doing much bonus damage. Not for future. For right now, it's okay damage. Which says finally a new usable Mirsa. Yeah, usable. Final Impress gives 3 BP too. Yeah, but she doesn't give much besides that. Let's check on Impress. She still is a meta unit, I guess. But we don't use her all the time. Impress gives you the 3 BP and then all surviving allies defense boost. This is actually good. She's a good leader because of the defense boost. Sometimes more than the BP generation. We need a lot of defense boosts. But when she got released, we didn't have full Sun squads. People that got Emperor as well were having fun. Now, Final Empress, Mirsa, and Creator together are already a good start. Emperor as well, but you don't use Emperor on all fights. Xenon is not someone that you'll be using all the time as well. So, I don't know. Let's go back to the Reddit post. If you have a lot of characters, like, for example, Empress doesn't chase, so she's only going to trigger 5% all status buffs for everyone. 5%. Not that great. I know people like it. Sarah. Sarah is very useful copy. I checked it. Sarah, and, well, I'm be pulling for Sarah. Monica and Mikhail will also have some damage, if I'm not mistaken. Sarah is a bow unit here. She's a must, in my opinion. For bows, we don't have many damage dealers. She attacks multiple times as well. She activates two skills on overdrive. But she has a lot of attack and defense boost. That's the most important thing about her. But she's a little far away. 1 month and a half, I guess. That's it. He improves sun damage as well to everyone by up to 100%. Skill 1 attacks twice, so he actually triggers 3 or 4 attacks when you consider this. And I don't like that he has to cast this to everyone as well. This is getting old. Most of the older characters won't have to cast. It's just to improve the inheritance value. Because you summon for this guy knowing that in the future Mirsa you can inherit this. Should I get him then since I got Xenon in the latest Albert? Albert's a strange sun specialist, to be honest. Let me check in again, but I don't think he's worth. Albert, and it's not this Albert, it's the other. He had ailment resistance stuff, but it was not that high. But when letting sun attack, buffs will ailment resistance defense boost to self. And when being attacked, they will buff STR Dex Agility Intelligence, but just 5 in medium. Now, you don't have defense boost medium for 1 turn. This is a 15% value, 20. Single target, I believe, is 20, and AoE is 15%. And it's not enough. This Albert doesn't give enough. Light Ball is okay, though. I feel like you're gonna switch Albert soon enough. Professor Buff is crazy. Love her so much. Yeah. At least Mirsa got only 5 Shadow, like all of his versions. If Mirsa is busted, I might pull, but if it's just Meteor, then yeah, skip. Metaphor Impress. You stuck in 3 months ago, Cher. Her passes are nice. She always block damage for 2 turns. Mirsa is mid, skip it is then. Midsa. Yeah, I feel like he's a 4 instead of a 4.5. Emerald Beyond is coming soon, next week isn't it? Should be. One of the 3 cards of the banner would probably use Minstrel the most. Yeah, same. If I were to pull for any of them, it would be Minstrel. Not there. I intend to do it to the other banners. Mumu says, I still use Impress. I still use him in there as well. Dang, GR is weaker than his wife. Who's GR? Mirsa. Ah, Mirsa. Future Mirsa, I'm disappointed already. There's no future Mirsa yet. Well, the draw says, including this banner, we're about 4 to 5 rounds away from Lucy Saga 3. Depends on whenever or not EB is 3 or 4 rounds. His Papa says he's asked to steal an attack. He does not really lose anything from having to use it. Yeah, you're right on this. 2 attacks and chases. But you still have to use something, right? That's what I'm saying. Good with Goddess, I guess. Yes, I mean, good with Goddess. Goddess and with Creator and... basically. Just think about it. Imagine you pulling this banner just for a possible inheritance, seeing JP trends that they forgot inheritance feature exists. I heard some people complaining recently that some units need inheritance. I don't know what you're talking about. But when they release SaGa Emerald Beyond units, they don't need inheritance, of course, because it's their first style. But they still keep the trend with the popular units. Being able to inherit permanent buff skills can be powerful in the future, like Flame Force is forever amazing. Indeed. So, we can buff many status here, but it's unreliable. 10% for each of these status. Don't like it. Okay, he's better than Albert, of course. Being able to skill on overdrive and all is not stable enough, in my opinion. Do you guys agree? You can tell me your opinion. No JP play any more than a 1.5 soul style. Mirsa Xenon creator Leon +1 is the best in squad right now. Yeah, Leon, I was forgetting about Leon. Of course, Leon has to be on it. Xenon. We may probably switch Xenon in the future. There's also Sirius. Sirius can be used instead of Xenon. Impressed instead of Xenon. Yeah, Gojo is right. 2.5 to 3 out of 5? No, that's not that bad. Specific looks cool. I would say that he's still a 4 out of 5. What do you say, New Flux? What do you say, Chaos Piper? Sirius is not fit in the Sun squad. Sirius with his only style is still good. Ha! 4 out of 5, good but not amazing, and easily outpowered in a month. This is sad, yeah. Darque, they barely changed it as well. They gave him one passive. Also buffed his Ender because he was terrible. But Endurance and Mew are lower than 100. This is super strange. They didn't buff his dexterity even through he's a damage dealer. They only buffed his agility. I don't know, his status looked bad to me. But they gave him Conceal, so 50% chance to evade attacks when everyone is alive, alongside Sword Intrinsic. You have a 37% chance also. Same chance to evade like Swift and also Johan. 3.5 or 4 for Mirsa. Poor Mirsa, man. Poor Mirsa. I will give it a 4 just because of the support, but by himself? Like, for example, Arpina is better than Mirsa, in my opinion. Much better. They did a change for Darque that Hans didn't highlight. His S2 got changed to weak point instead of weak marker. Oh yeah? But what's the difference? The value, right? One is 10%, the other 20%. Okay, so Conceal and Intrinsic. Good chances to evade. That's why he has very bad status. But even when you consider everything, he should have higher stuff. Okay, starts with 11 because of skill 3. Turn begins, he casts weak point and weak marker to all enemies. This weak point will apply defense down when using Pierce. The weak marker applies endurance and will debuff when using Pierce. This is kinda useless most of the time. Scales, yeah, but not as high. Then, when attack lands, recover BP. When attacking, activate Blue G Spike Plus. I don't know what Blue G Spike Plus is, I have to check again. You think Darque is a must for Ren even if you pull Fortuna? Why? Let's see the other sword users that we were going to get. It's super easy to find it now on Now or SaGa because they are filtering the last 3 months and we are close to 3 months behind to JP, so we can see it all here. We will probably pull for the Xenia. It is in a Kihachi banner. People love Kihachi, they will pull for this character. So we will have an updated version of Enya. That is also sun-based. If you want to wait. Monica and Mikhail, they are in the older banner. Not the popular banner. Sarah is amazing, but I suppose many people will pull on Ellen banner instead. They won't have enough chance to pull on both. If you save enough gens and you pull here, you're gonna get 2 characters capable of sun damage. Then the other banners are not really must-haves. People will pull or not. Enya is a must. Not because she's a must, but people will be pulling on her banner. Pull for Shirei, Road Blocker Destroyer. Ah, Shirei is a bow unit. We're talking about... No, Pretinha. It's S's word now. Darque does not appear here because he's a little older than 3 months. But he works because he applies this weak point and weak marker, and then he can apply another weak point. so that he has defense down for 1 turn. Actually, the weak point lasts for 1 turn, and when it applies defense down, the defense down lasts for 2 turns, right? Just like Sundered. Or not, wait. There are versions and versions of these things. Weak point. Lasts for 2 turns. The effect lasts for 2 turns, but the defense down only for 1 turn. Yeah, don't forget Christmas Any. Ah! Weak mark is small, weak point is medium, defense down. Thanks, Kills Piper. I should have gone with good and evil ailment instead of light and dark. Darque had no huge global buffs to skip. Darque is a bit of a key for S's Word Ren with his skill 2. Yeah, he's gonna double down the weak point. He already has one and then another. Damage will scale super fast, but then do you have multi-hit attackers? Swift is gonna love this. You still have Swift, right? It probably works well. Ah, I wanted to check what Bloody Spike is. Bloody Spike is his skill 3. Ah, yeah. On JP's 50% chance to chase with both. Attack lands, blah, blah, blah. Activates Bloody Spike. No, something strange here. It says that it always chases with Bloody Spike plus. And even knew she had a Christmas Star. She had. Swift just darkened sooner. No, it was a guarantee chase for Bloody Spike on JP. Google Translate just messes it up. Ah, okay. Bloody Spike is what? BP for all friendly survivors. Extra large chance. 50% chance to give to BP, is that right? Why are they bringing this chance to do stuff again? And then a 50% chance to chase with Bloody Quarter. Is that right? Bloody Quarter is skill 3. Skill 3 doesn't cost much for 4 hits with Pierce attack boost. Vampire Lady skill. They wanted the buffs and runs. Ah, no, it's the old skill. Ew. Bloody Spike. Let me check Bloody Spike. Vampire Lady. Here. The plus version has A power, right? Bloodsucker's inactivated. Ah, okay. Medium chance. What would they do with this? They buff it from medium to very high. They will probably give the very high chance to chase with Bloodsucker as well. Not that it matters too much. Not that it matters too much. But that is a guaranteed chase, and then you can get an extra one. In global, yeah. So attacking guarantees an 8 power attack that may have a chase with deep power. And then a 50% chance to chase with skill 3. That hits 4 times with Pierce attack boost. The Pierce attack boost is 25% as a command, 20% as a chase. It's okay, it will scale damage when you are already applying defense down on the enemy. Multiply of 4 turns, recover the usage of skill 2. But this skill is just one time to grant 1 weak point for 1 turn. The longevity of this is just really limited. That would mean a bit of extra damage. Then also heals. Yeah, self-heals. For Darque that has low endurance and will. The longevity of this skill as an inheritance is worse. This is worse than ScherBR version of it. Remember ScherBR? We just got ScherBR. ScherBR applies weak point for 2 turns. He uses 3 BP. He can use it twice. He also grants elemental attack blessings for cold. Why is Darque version so bad? Check the video again. The chase is also very high chance. Ah, nice. Thank you. Second chase from Blue Spike, you mean? Okay. ScherBR. We didn't even use ScherBR much. But what I'm talking is that the skill is coming outclassed already. The skill is outclassed. Kinda like how Mirsa needed some changes to this skill as well, and the change was not enough. So, besides the weak point and weak marker, that will debuff the enemy defense down and the endurance and will. He activates the Bloody Spike that may have an extra chase and a 50% chance to chase with skill 3. If he chases with skill 3, damage is gonna be very good, guys. But he doesn't give anything to the party defensively. Turns multiplied by 4 makes no sense to recover this as well. Should be in turns multiplied by 3 at least, and even then. Attack boost and elemental pierce enhanced. This will improve 100% pierce damage to all allies. This is worth intrinsic. You pull for will debuff for road blocker. No other reason for this Darque. Yeah, the weak marker will debuff will by a lot. Especially if you didn't have Jamie, right? Take 3k and close the game. Pulling for him, it's strange. So, if Mirsa is not really that great, and Darque is not really that great as well, I wonder. I like the changes made to Minstrel. Look, Minstrel has 110 for a lot of status. The first character with 5 status in the same valley. Then, this guy has Latent Bloom Iron Wall. This gives 20% defense up, if I'm not mistaken, or 15, 5 times. Turn begins, Minstrel Concert, 2 times 1 turn. This is actually pretty amazing. This Minstrel Concert allows that to all allies. All of this is the same passive. No, wait. It ends here. It ends here. Blunt attacks will buff break. They buff all status and they apply defense down to the enemy. 110% guy. Ah, he's Toguro from Yu Yu Hakusho. You take the chance and pull on Professor, but if you have Jamie, why would you want to pull for Darque? You don't really need. Minstrel was the star on JP and is still the star of this Manor Global. He was the star on JP? I didn't know. Mirsa got in. If I got Mirsa and Darque, good then. I mean, Minstrel will be amazing. What are you saying, Cappy? Minstrel is only for. Oh my gosh! Today I forgot to do my daily ads because I couldn't do it on emulator. I had to log in the cell phone and I forgot. Let me do it today, at least on cell phone. While we are chatting here. So, 2 times in 1 turn, you can buff break the enemy, buff all status, and apply defense down. This is 15% status buff, and then becomes 30 if you have a chase attack, and apply defense down multiple times. Then he improves blunt damage by 5 times, and it's extreme. That is 150% total. So, when he attacks, the only bad thing about him is that when he attacks, he activates Fantasy Lullaby Plus. This is a 8 power attack only, if I'm not mistaken. that can sleep and debuff will and stun. Why? Road blocker. I was discussing this, Minstrel could actually be very meta if they actually gave him a better chase, but no, they wanted to give him a chase for road blocker. Why? This skill here, Phantom Lullaby Plus, it's B power even. Sorry, even worse. It's AoE, try to stun, try to apply sleep, and can debuff will by 15%. Ad grind and chat. Are you guys seeing an ad? I'm gonna wait a little. Ah, no, you're talking about the ad because I'm watching the ad on the cell phone, sorry. So they could have given him a better chase attack, but no, they chose to give this chase for road blocker. If he had the this skill here, in global it's better. It says defense boost 20%, in global is 25. It's Toyodor. Eclat door, not Toyodor. So similar. Minstrel. And I used this Minstrel a little before he worked for the enemy. Eclat Darme. It's not strong, it's deep power. But it has attack and defense boost. If this was the guaranteed chase, man, this guy would be so great. But no, he only activates this on overdrive. But in global now he also activates Notes of Blessings. That was the other chase from the past Minstrel. He had switch every turn. Like one was Eclat Darme, the other was Notes of Blessing. And then you had a 50% chance to chase with the another. So if they gave him Eclat Darme, it would be so amazing. I would totally pull. So the guaranteed chase does not give anything to the party. Stun, sleep, will debuff. Why would you use any of this on a boss fight? You won't. But on overdrive, you are gonna get 25% damage reduction and 1 extra BP for everyone with a small healing. Very small healing. By the end of a turn, now he gets 45 points of overdrive. Great. I don't know how he gets by just chasing. You can see in JP. This one gives 12. Main skill does not say, they didn't test. But probably 12 as well. Gets, I don't know, 24 when attacking usually. And gets 45, 60 something. You won't get into overdrive every single turn. You will need help. And when you attack on overdrive, it's totally not going to get back. Okay, this part is the rent part. Now, on turn begins, he has this thing here, attack down, small effect for all enemies. This is just 5% damage reduction. Defense boost, this is 15% to all allies. Enlated Bloom. Not that important. At least his Minstrel does not help the boss anymore. Yes! He doesn't remove our buffs. Skill 1 is free for very small healing. Skill 2 is actually pretty nice for 9 BP, debuffing Dexterity and Intelligence by 30%. Imagine if he had this skill as a guaranteed chase then. Wouldn't it be so much better than Fantasy Lullaby Plus? But okay, skill 3 is pretty amazing. For 10 BP, you're gonna apply Morale Down Large. That is 35% damage reduction on the source. And also this Guard Down Large. This is good. Really, really good. The only problem with this guy is the chase that he has guaranteed. Fantasy Lullaby is really a waste. At least it's Sun as well, right? If you wanna bring him on Sun Squad. No, it's not. It's just Blunt. Oh, Minstrel. He already debuffs the attack AoEs to apply his effect, so it should be fine. Oh yeah, let's get to the debuff part. Oh yeah, my gosh, let's go back to this. I said all status buff. It's not all status buff, it's all status debuff. Oh my god, sorry about that. I already knew this when I was reading today, and then now on the live stream I'm forgetting. He gives the morale down large, and he can debuff all status via blunt attack. Not just him, but everyone. So this is kind of similar to J-Mew and all the other all status debuffers, right? So medium is 5. Let me just check here again. When it says medium, it's still 5. Let me be totally sure about this. Attacking with blunt. Decreases in target's status. Cannot be 10%. Alice X AoE so debuff from Minstrel Consort will also AoE debuff. That's right. Add grind and chat. Minstrel and target will queen. It's gonna be good, yeah. You got 300 from your dailies already, SD. Been a while since I last got 300. 5% is your guess. We can know the value by checking silver. Silver. It's 5. I don't know what's lower than 5. If medium is 5, what is small? Because it's all enemies. Let me check the description again. Blunt attack. All attribute debuff to the target. No. It's 10. Because, yeah, the skill is on the hit. It's 10%. It triggers 2 times per turn. That means that each one can give 20% debuff. It's target, yeah. It's 10% then. So everyone in the party will be able to buff break. Everyone that uses blunt attacks will be able to buff break. This is an easy button to 7 heroes fight. Yeah, you give this passive to everyone. Every turn, he will give Minstrel Consort for everyone, and it can trigger 2 times. When they land a blunt attack, they will buff break the enemy, and then they will debuff all status by 10% and apply the defense down, decreasing defense by 20. He's competing with Misty in this regard. In the way that you have defense downs as well, and you have all status debuff, but it's totally different. It's not reactive, it's active. But if each one of your cards can debuff 20%, you can debuff 100 by having everyone using blunt attacks. It's interesting that blunt is not so hard to find. The physical types, slash, pierce, and blunt, are easier to find. But slash is the easiest, blunt is the second easiest. Pierce is the third easiest. Oh no, Pretinha, you're not there yet. Not time for Lolo. Yeah, he's very strong in specific teams on global. He turns Hana into a buff stripper, which is cool. You are right. And not just that, in a 7 heroes fight, if you just bring even Dentarg now, if the enemy self-buff doesn't matter, you just broke it. Seven heroes, not just the 7 heroes, but Umbrella Guy as well. Umbrella Guy is trying the corner. Kinda like Poe, but only for a blunt. Indeed, and Poe will also buff the sustain of the party. And we have Morale down large. If he gets to overdrive every turn, it won't be easy to. And had a Clet Army every turn. Of course, you're gonna have to inherit the Clet Army, and then you use this skill tree. Then on the next turn, you use a Clet Army. Or Notes of Blessing, but the Clet Army is better. So that you have more defenses in the party. Let me check Poe again. How much can you debuff with Poe? It's 10%, 10% again? No, it was 5. But on OG attacks, he had another steal. On OG turns, we could debuff 100%. And on OG... 50. Is that right? If If that's true, he just power creeped Poe. And allowing everyone to buff break with a skill, man. Let me check here. It's target all enemies. If you are using AoE, then he becomes all targets. On the hit, it's passive on allies. Yeah, he's very strong. Specific teams on global, he turns Hana into a buff stripper, which is cool. It's kind of like Poe, but only for blunt. You have to bring a full blunt team. That's hard, and sometimes you may just get into a fight where the enemy says, "If you use blunt damage, I'm gonna trigger defense up." That brings some problems. Poe will not have this type of difficulty. A power creep debuffer? No way. So there is this problem with Minstrel. You have to use blunt attacks. And if the boss doesn't allow you to use blunt attacks, you're doomed. I'm sure they're gonna do more and more about that. Okay, but the skill, having morale down large, it's nice. Power down large. You're gonna have at least 2 stacks of Lekat Dharma if you inherit it. That's 2 times minus 25, another time 15 minus, and then a 35% minus. Yeah, buff break, all status debuff. Gary is pulling for sure. I am not entirely convinced yet, New Flux. Although I need a type of debuffer that works like this, because I skipped all of them. They were in wrong banners mostly. And again, Minstrel is on wrong banner. I don't believe in Mirsa. I don't believe in Darque. But I believe in Minstrel somehow. Just wish he had a better chase. For sure, no doubt, for Mirsa and Darque. SaGa says this Minstrel is actually pretty crazy. His damage increase helps a lot characters who don't have a lot of damage passives. The blunt damage increase, right? Hana squads love him. Although the morale down will have only 1 turn though, if you use it like this. You have to keep recasting it. This is kind of a new Medea. No bonkers, right? Skip banner. SG says, I like the full building around things like blunt, cold, lightning, or whatever, but it does restrict the usefulness of characters as well. Sometimes bosses are not weak to some things. For months. Indeed. Welcome, Juice Mango. Share after Darque confirmed. Ha! After Darque! Yes. ScherBR. We have ScherBR. I'll just watch Minstrel. I'm gladly skip this one. Well, most of his good stuff is on passives. The 3rd skill is nice for future, but until he gets a new style. Not for Hana squad, you don't want to debuff on delay. Ah, yeah, the debuff part is bad. You're just gonna give the more debuff to her main skill. Just 10% more. And buff break with Hana. It's possible, not ideal. Yeah, Hana debuffs enough herself with Minstrel will be 40% from herself. Yeah, it will be 40%. But he will lose part of his utility. Eclat Army lasts for 2 turns, will only last for 1. And skill 3 lasts for 2 turns, will only last for 1. There's this part. Although Fantasy Lullaby doesn't really matter. He loses part of his kit by being on a Hana squad, but it's not that much. Units are neat, but I'm definitely waiting to see what Emerald Beyond banners look like first. This type of debuff type will happen more. I just don't know if they will have buff break included. You will forget this banner existed. I think Minstrel will be an interesting character that where people will say, I use a Minstrel to do this, and I couldn't without him. But it's not like you couldn't actually find a different solution. Like, he's a mandatory character, no. And we just got Club, and I believe that Creator banner is better. Creator has an M-Arts where we haven't been guiding too many strong M-Arts users. And Tatiana... I don't know if Minstrel is better than Tatiana. Tatiana is just bonkers in right setup. Minstrel is also bonkers in the right setups. Don't know which one is better. Minstrel is at least a 4.5. Minstrel is good. I think he is a 5 because of the all status debuff. But he has this restriction to use blunt attacks, and in my opinion this breaks. Some fights you won't be able to use blunt. The enemy will say, if you use blunt, I'm gonna use a defense up. 300, guys! Yeah! You saw it! Tatiana, you mean? Oh yeah, we're Pina! Oh man. Stuff happening today here. I had to drop the live stream, restart a new one. Things are a little out of control, sorry. Yeah. Being a buffer and a buff breaker in a singular unit slot seems very valuable if you can make the squad work. I think both Mirsa and Darque are 4s, and Minstrel is at least a 4.5. Maybe a 5. I don't think Darque is a 4.5. I'm not so sure. You guys will have to help me out on this. Right now he's strong, but his long-term utility just seems strange for me. His damage is not on nuke levels without you making a squad around him. It's kind of like... he's more of a Madeline than a Katarina. Oh, sorry, more of a Madeline than a Kihachi. He's stronger than a Madeline will be, without the defense boost that Madeline brings. He's in between, but he's not really a nuker. Here's a 3.5, Darque 3, Minstrel 4.5. Really? My gosh! Those are sad times. Urpina is better or on par with Minstrel, the best one? Whoa. Whoa! So you think Urpina is better than Minstrel? Yes. I used her. Were you here when I was using her on the Fire Lord fight? Man, I brought a lot of random attackers with Urpina and I attacked Fire Lord with Kihachi. Fire Lord could still scratch me, man. Urpina was crazy in that fight. I know that if you can really take advantage of her random attack effect, and even if you don't consider that, if your character uses single target attacks, they already get 2 BP per turn. And attack boosts as well. It's already good. I was surprised, I was not expecting that. Kihachi will have pierce damage? No. Next Kihachi won't. Silver plus? No, it would be a plain silver, I guess. Or not. Because Professor as a... Oh, pretinho jumping. You want Emerald Beyond to come? She wants to see Emerald Beyond. The next Assault has pierce damage and attacks like Kihachi. Similarly, yeah. Both current banners are much better than this one. Because Blue got Silver Plus, this one has to be a Silver banner. If you saw my recent review, I actually changed Creator banner to Gold minus. Creator is really helpful. Being in looker levels with defensive support and also leader skills, it makes Mirsa look like a joke. A bad joke even. Of course, Creator doesn't heal, but healing is everywhere now. I know, full Mirsa squad can give a lot of stuff for everyone via all status buff, but I don't know. All of your characters will have to attack before the enemy to have this anyway. From potato? What do you mean? You agree, SG? You definitely pull for low. Same. Kihachi will have 8 elemental. Haha, eventually. Minstrel, save this banner from bronze. Bronze would be terrible. This one is to come back to it after summoning for first round of SaGa Emerald banners if you have leftovers. You guys agree? Creator and Arpina are both better than everything in this banner. Yeah, Creator and Arpina together are better than the whole banner. That's not accounting for Eldora. 5 Mirsa squad, I mean 5 people squad with Mirsa on the lead. Some gacha games allow you to use duplicates, not this one. Professor, yes. Blue, not as much. Blue is a repetition. It's repetition. Information Society. Because he's just not that different than what we got in the past. Professor is better than Arpina. They are so different to compare. I think they have similar value. Hello, Lobonox. Crap me. Still cannot beat Fire Lord. Need good styles again. You couldn't? Did you watch the videos? I'm not sure even when we normally see a unit like this buffed Minstrel, but it's up to you if you want to pull. He seems fun. Yeah, man. I don't know. If he didn't have Locket to blunt to the buff, he would be a 5 total. And if he had a better chase, it would also be a 5. 2 problems. But I don't know. Even with all of these circumstances, he buff breaks. He allows everyone to buff break on blunt attacks, man. This is big. This is big. You should get him. He's an easy pass to Umbrella guy in 7 heroes. Professor works everywhere. Arpina needs very specific squad. Yeah, but a very specific Arpina squad is a crazy squad. Professor works everywhere, but may not be the best slot every time. It's Sarah Professor being good while Arpina is expected. You are right. That's right. Let me ask this question. Will Kihachi trigger Arpina random passive to attack to Kihachi? Kihachi trigger Arpina? No, she doesn't have random attacks. Kihachi has multiple hit attack, but it's not random. Her chase before she gets the extra one, and her current style has random. But why would you wait that? Kihachi's not random. Yeah, indeed. Only the first chase that light. What's the name of it? Dual Lightning Blade is random. No, it's 2 times and not random. Not even Dual Lightning Blade. So she doesn't have random attacks. I watched your video, but you cannot beat Fire Lord. You were bad. No, did you pull for Arpina? Exactly, that's why Arpina is not good. That's not how you say someone is bad. Bunny Professor, who forgot who existed? So this Minstrel will be like Misty. Somehow. Misty will make some challenges a joke. I believe this Minstrel will make the 7 heroes fight a joke. If you want that, if you haven't beaten 7 heroes or Umbrella guy, Minstrel is crazy. Build a squad around Blunt, bring Minstrel, buff break the enemy as soon as he tries to self-buff. Wait for the video. Using him? I don't know if I'll be pulling. Do you know anyone similar to this one? Akai, Chaos Piper, New Flux, anyone? Akia Crest Lord is asking, is Minstrel better than for news? No. It's also hard to grade in. For news, he needs a squad around him. Minstrel will also need a squad around him. But there's a big difference between them. For news is both offense and defense. Minstrel is still both offense and defense. I don't know. What do you think? Is he better than for news as a whole? I got 7 heroes to like 15% 2 nights ago and still a bit salty. Still will not work against Lunar Blade. Ah, but you have the morale down at least. Before they attack. Similar to Minstrel? No, but you don't really need Minstrel. Who's the Umbrella guy identity, by the way? He's like the... the hero that they got inspired by, I guess. Some people said that he's like the fusion of all of them. I don't think it's like the fusion. I think it's the past hero that they got inspired by. Who is closest? Aldor is good RNG. AoE guard down, morally down. Yeah, it's an AoE one. Does Aldora suck? I watched your review. Find her awkward to use. She is awkward. She can be good or be bad. Roll the dice. I used her on the new Global X challenge and I had to restart multiple times till she started making sense. I don't know if any cards land other cards buff break. King of Piper says. Yeah, it's pretty unique. Fusion done right, the 7 heroes. If you care about Ren, Club, pull for Minstrel, I guess. But I beat it already without him. And without Arpina even. Aldor plus Joy is fun if you make a team. Then let the OG every turn. Ah. Aldora is okay. At least if you are feeling like you are needing extra buffs on turn 1 and you can restart the fight a little, she helps. I don't know, what do you think, Influx? Is he a 5? Because Paul, Misty, those big debuffers were a 5. He's not just a debuffer even, he gives so much. He's close to 4 needs levels of combined support. Even chases 4 needs doesn't chase. It's super easy to find blunt attacks. It's the second most common element in the game. Slash, blunt, pierce, then elementals starting from sun, cold, then heat, then shadow, and then earth, and then wind. Who's she's a 5 of 5 for how long is the question? Is the best blunt counter that has taunt? Best blunt counter that has taunt. Arpina has counter, but her damage is terrible, terrible, terrible. Let me check here. Here, Aldora with Goddess for 6 turns of OG in a row. Can we get... Ah! You can. Voyager. Is Aldora a lizard dude and just restart forever until you one-shot things? Imagine. Build a macro for it. Need to be able to skew 3 and overdrive return for her to apply some nice effects. Cappers. Can already predict how many pulls from Minstrel will go. Best blunt attacker you asked, right? Oh, no, pretty again. No. You see, she comes out of nowhere. Let me squash your head. Misty will be good for a long... Yeah, foreseeable future. Her design doesn't have a Lolo fart skill for all pounds. Yeah. Left claw, right claw, and more. So, blunt counter specialist. I still don't know. Ah, blunt Bonnie. Yeah, I'm looking at Bonnie exactly right now, copy. Her premium version as well. Gonna scratch her with my beard. My beard. Formina. Formina is a blunt counter as well. Lascopel is a blunt... she's not that great permanent bandit. Share now counter Musti. I will be pulling for her on a rerun. Formina. You have both Formina and Bonnie. He also gives defense boost when she's attacked to everyone. Bonnie premium style is not a counter. But you can inherit the Dragon Palm Strike to make the welfare version better, right? Yeah, you can. Knock Club. If I do any pulls in the moment, it will be over faster and based on how many I can safely spare. Let's see. Probably sees a change in Misty Art. Did you? Because his best of luck. To pull, yeah. Cat is always here, Lobonox. Can counter with inheritance. You mean she can counter? She gets a counter from the inheritance as well, yeah. She won't double counter though. Just single counter. Will that be good enough? Would it be better to double counter or counter with a premium style? You want 10 counters for me now? Stealth attack boost, blah 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 blah. Fast, put yourself into counter. Defensive blast. Put yourself into counter, 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 counter. Ah, okay, okay, okay. The attack generates a new counter. He has 130% endurance. Counter with premium Bonnie is better because she gets a ton of extra force buffs. Ah. So you pull and it's better to get 2 blunt counters. And of course, you also get Emiya. Defense boost 50% for 1 turn. No. Beauty Cat. But back to the banner, guys. Overall, I'm unsure about Minstrel. It's hard to say anything. But he is a leader close to 4 new levels of power. Close? No, it's same levels. It's same levels, guys. It's just that it's blunt. Now you don't need a buff breaker. You also have a debuffer. This guy is good. It hurts me to say, because people say that, I am a Mirsa and Darque fan and I always complaining about Minstrel. No, I complained because he was not great enough. But this one is. I have to say that Minstrel is mid. I mean, Mirsa is mid and Darque is mid. And to say that Minstrel is the best one. Back to the banner images where banner word summoning. Yeah. Platinum Plus. No, silver. I believe it's a silver because only Minstrel is top game. Bronze Plus is an offense. You guys want to skip? You want to skip week just like Tyler? Each time she counters, she gets 1 more attack. It's really good. Yes, you. Why she looks like Sakura card captor? Maybe she was inspired by. Counter with premium Bunny is better because she gets extra force. For these buffs, Minstrel focus more on debuffs. Yeah, but still premium. Better Asus, but for blunt. Much better than Asus. Asus was a 5. Has to give him a 5. In 4 to use Formula and Inspire 210 her. She can solo. She can! Minstrel's top game. New quote for the banner review. Yeah. You will say silver minus. I'll say silver. Nico plus. You didn't skip Tyler, sir. I think I will say silver. Luis Mango is hyped for Minstrel. Please, Orpina not very good to pull. Then I may pull on that. Orpina is okay to pull. Minstrel, Mirsa, and what's for Darque? No. It's... I don't know how to say that. Darque mid. Mirsa mid. But Minstrel is good. It's the reality. You know, another good thing, Minstrel is a club user, man. A weapon that needs help. You can actually just stop using Hana in your club squads because she's not the best one all the time. Drop Hana if you want. Bring Minstrel. Have fun. Stop with delays. Cats are fighting, man. Para. Midke? I think Neoflux is being a little too harsh. I'll give a 4 to Mirsa, 3.5 for Darque. What did I give to Xenon? Darque is just a little better than Xenon. And Minstrel is a 5. I don't remember what I gave to Xenon. If I gave him a 4, I'll be... But that was my perception in the past. Oh no, we had too many delays thanks to you. You're being fired from the club. You had the club. The club. If you pull for Minstrel, best of luck. See, Cappers, I would. But then again, I don't like to pull on banners where I have only one target. I have to have 2 targets. If I pull for Mirsa or Darque, it's because they are faves. Not because I really think they are going to add enough to my party. Ana, full belly. Full belly after dinner. Unless I pull because of community pressure. See that on the top? That was Mumu. Are you still there, Mumu? Community pressure. Signos and Mido. Darque, it's like Xenon plus 0.5. I think Xenon received it at 4, man, or 3.5. It's because weak point focus stuff were kinda hair back then. Now it's not anymore. Minstrel, you're hired. Welcome to the club. Yeah. I think I can spare like 1 or 2 moochies for Professor if your mat's not off. You love Sugar RS. Community pressure, yeah. No, speaking about objective planning, pulling for this banner means 1% chance to get someone that will matter more in long term, while 2 other cards that you will be using for a while. I'm not saying that Mirsa is not good, I'm not saying that Darque is not good right now, but the perspective is that you will be replacing them soon enough. That hurts. Darque is not as replaceable as Mirsa because he uses S's words. We are lacking on the damage part. But generally speaking, for normal content, Mirsa will drop first. Even if he gets a higher grade, he's a sword user. Donkey's back with a curse. Good luck. Oh no! I agree with those ratings. Mirsa is a good Sun support, but we also aren't going to get characters for him for a while. Sun, we got creator. Neon is still working. You see the sprites, then maybe you summon. Copy, I saw Professor Sprite, saw the selfie attack, and it didn't pull. I was sad. Lopson. Don't say that to my great Mirsa. But this skill is totally useless. Man, buffing random status. You don't know what you get? I am not biased. So I would recommend waiting 1 week. No matter what you think about Minstrel. Unless you wanna defeat the 7 heroes and the umbrella guy. He's the easiest key for this. I believe. He's already a debuffer for physical type where you're gonna bring physical type. And buff breaks the enemy all the time. Oh man. This is so nice. Bring the entire 2. Tomorrow is that. Let's pull guy. Community pressure again. Shares and Mirsa fun too. Since when? Since the start of this game. With SaGa Emerald beyond banners increasing the character power, we are not getting much Sun characters. What about Mia? She's Sun as well. Just got traumatized by her because of the Global X event. Yeah, but that skill animation is so nice. I mean, it's so creative, man. It's so creative. I like creative skills. Would you guys be pulling? What's your final say, Neoflux? Chaos Piper? I don't know if Sluck is here. Nameless, Eikai, Carlucci, everyone here. Tell me your final opinions. I think it's a silver award. Just silver. Because of the longevity of Mirsa and Darque. Blue as a whole is still a premium counter attacker that just has different elements. He's not really better than Wagner's, but similar to Wagner's level. Well, Wagner's is premium. Mirsa just is not really premium. Darque as well. Second skill really locks him into having lower utility. If he had a lot of hits, or if he had a better skill number 2. Okay. His chase is even strange as well. It's not even a strong chase. The other one is RNG based. Sad. Minstrel, meta. Darque out of 5. I mean, it's not a GPS that you want to Mirsa support. Darque is a 5. Since I'm lacking S's word. Because of that, he's a personal 5. 5 attacks, not a strong chase. It's just a chance to chase Neoflux. His best skill is a chance only. Look, here. 50% chance to chase with S3. The only guarantee chase is the A power attack that has a chance to chase with deep power. Low chase power. Or RNG chase. We just got Joe that can attack 6 times, man. You're talking about Mirsa. It's because of the way that he operates. The guarantee chase, it's not bad, yeah. I was not talking about him. His chase is okay. 5 hits, it's much better than Darque chase. But what I say is that his chase should have had any other better effect. Change small to medium, please. Even then, I would not like the RNGness of this, but okay, he heals, he gives us other effects, but you need to bring Sun. Still lock it into bringing Sun. It's not like Creator that is still very great, even without taking advantage of the Sun leadership. You really need Sun squads. Silver units with one of them being able to buff break debuff and can help everyone survive and deal considerably more damage with the guard and defense downs alone. Sad agree, says Copy. 1 minute later, I'm not too sure about Minstrel. What do you mean? Not too sure. He's good, man. Nobody cares enough about Darque to talk about him. I care. He reminds to silver. I think it's a silver. So what do you think, Neoflux? You said that Mirsa was a 3.5? It's still stable enough to guarantee a 4. Minstrel is a 5. Silver minus for you. Whoa! Are you pulling? You still prefer Minstrel the most, right? But Minstrel is great. I wanted to have him. I don't know if I wanna... I skipped so many of these all status debuffers. But pink-haired guy will appear. Warrior. And he's a gunner. Now I have a very strong club squad. Professor can do what this miracle wants to do for every team. Miracle? Mirsa. Silver just because Minstrel is so unique. I'll pull for Darque to clear Rand this month because I'm stupid like that. Maybe Tsuna will be enough. Will not he be enough, New Flux? Imagine if they buffed Tsuna. What else do we have this month? It's just Tsuna and Darky. You're gonna beat this month, you mean before the month resets. Yeah. That's fine. Humor is not this month, so... What if you get the ex-girls before the pink hair guy? This guy here. Would depend, because I don't like too much this other character here. She's bad. If I pull here, I'll have to... If I get her in a single multi, I'll stop. Or if I get him in a single multi, I will stop as well. And live without the another. But if I get the worst one first, that's usually what happens. I'll keep pulling. That's Rude from Final Fantasy 7. It's not Rude. It's another name. Is it Rude? You want Dolores share? They have to buff Rita. She's really bad. Not saying no to her. Yeah, she's a slash leader. With also slash and shadow weak points. Also BP generator and damage dealer. A lot in package. Signes also has a passive that let the team debuff, but it's not all status. Signes is word. It says physical endurance, but is it SGR or endurance? I really don't care about Seb, so I might lose interest in the game the next few weeks. Is it SGR? SGR, agility, intelligence, and will, but no dexterity. You didn't like the game too much in Flux? The original... I mean, the SaGa Emerald Beyond game? Signes also has a passive that lets the team debuff, but it's not all stats. SGR, it doesn't debuff dexterity. Yeah, I was just giving another debuff character we're getting soon. Yeah, it's nice because we'll be pulling on this banner. We'll get a counter specialist as well. Some of the stories are bad. I agree. Can't say I disagree. Some characters are nice, New Flux. I think the design, but the Romancing Saga 2 remake would be a better game, I believe, as a whole. Did you try yourself as well, or just watch it? Felt sad by the amount of repetitivity they want us to do in the game. It's kind of forced to see part of the game. If you like too much the game, you can replay it as much as you want, but forcing to have the full experience is hard. Is a philosophy letter Philosopher better than Archidon? Who is Philosopher? Who are you comparing? Dark's good because of that weak point Pierce. Yeah, he will work. A word pulling? I don't know. Philosopher is on Saga and Beyond. Which banner? Third week? The doll? A Kogutsuhi? This guy here, I don't know what he does. Never checked him. Ah, he tries to be somewhat of a Urpina, but for a Yui. But his defense boost is locked to 1 turn. Urpina locks to 2 turns. All in hints. Wide ranging combat. Skill. Looks like he's gonna amplify damage of people. Only SaGa and Beyond character outside of protects I care about is a cat. Lolo! Yeah, we're gonna pull for Lolo. Which other cards are with Lolo? I hope that during Romancing Saga 2 Remake release, they release Romancing Saga 2 banners. Unlike they did with Emerald Beyond. They have the opportunity. Lolo. One character that I really like from Saga Beyond Neo Flux is Wednesday. It's a robot. Wednesday is... Where is it? Who for Philosopher he's with a robot? That's not the only requirement. Where is Wednesday? Which weapon does he wield? Ah, he's a sword user. No more swords. Visually, I like the character, but SaGa Soul. SaGa Soul for a new game, yeah. Nameless says I just played because I wanted to know then before pulling Romancing Saga. Definitely going to pull for Bonnie and Hugueness. I know you're gonna pull for Bonnie. I'm sure. The protects are cool. The protects are cool. The secondary characters not as much. What in a woman? No one can stop Wednesday. Yeah, she was saying this all the time. Is it a she or a he? I don't even know. The game probably says. Yeah, it's a she. The voice was saying. But overall, my friends, if you want to know what they're going to do with the Protags, I believe they will buff here and there. Small buffs. Where's the thing? The thing is the name of a movie. They will be buffing the protagonists, but small buffs. Kind of like how Mirsa and Darque got buffs here. But not like Minstrel. Because in my opinion, the buff break to all blunt attacks is big. They also gave him another chase. He was already good enough. But I believe they will do like 2 different buffs per character, 1 buff in a character. Even maybe Tsune will get something. So, like I was saying, Minstrel is nice. I really like this Minstrel. I don't know if it's worth pulling just for him. So I will wait 1 week. I will try to wait. So even though I like Darque and Mirsa, I will try to wait 1 week. He knows where to look for because he's pulling for Bonnie. Yeah. The protects will be nice. I will try to pull for all of them. And after the protects, I'll be selective about the secondary characters. Chat, you know what to do. What? Community pressure? No, let's store in some gems, man. Anyone wants to say anything else? I believe I'll be giving Mirsa 4. Darque 3.5. And Minstrel 5. We so local 18 people here, like 18 likes. That's what you love. But more people were in the stream as a whole. They just left. How many people were here on total? It's not saying. 123 people joined the stream total. 18 left a like. That's good enough. 20% like rate will be amazing. 20% will be like 24 or 25 likes. We had 18, someone drop it a like. Whoa, no. Someone remove it. Just because you said. Minstrel's 5, not biased, the Mr. Streamer. You agree, Kai? It's hard when you agree with me. Just notice chair beard's gonna ticker. Yeah, it's bigger. I can see his volley, you can agree. Sometimes we agree, right? Blunt based, even then. But it's like for news all over again. Somehow. Let's read what everyone is saying here. Okay, thank you. And SaGa Beyond is soon. Some really good meta styles are coming, so rumor says. However, I'm always pulling for Minstrel whenever he shows on a banner, and this will be no different. And hopefully I get to snatch a new Mirsa on the way too. Thankfully, my gens are in the healthy numbers, so I should be fine for SaGa Beyond. That's Coffee Bean. Thanks for the preview. Good units like Minstrel buff, but Emerald Beyond might be next week, so I will save gens. Chaos Piper was here as well. Thanks for the post. They probably know that a lot of people will not pull with Emerald Beyond characters being so close without big buffs, and they gave some pretty big buffs to Mirsa and Minstrel. Luck to people. I don't think it was very good big buffs to Mirsa, but Minstrel was. I think it was mid buffs for Mirsa, small buffs to Darque, and big buffs to Minstrel. Chaos B. Let's see what Chaos B said. Thank you very much for the update. Mirsa is basically the evolution of the Gerard with party defense up. They barely use it at Gerard, but yeah. Use S3, chase with S3, get more buffs, and watch numbers go up. Good unit, great for some damage and party buffs. Darque is pretty average by today's standards. A weak chase and can bolster pierce damage for your squad. Unfortunately, Johan got buffed to do the same. Okay for remembrance. Yeah. Johan also decreases pierce resistance, not just slash. Minstrel is very, very good. An inbuilt buff break and guarantee debuffs. OG and watch those debuffs stack. Also debuff dexterity large is very rare and can use it outside of remembrance. Yeah, if you are using Minstrel and instead of using skill 3, you use skill 2, you're gonna raise your debuffs to even higher levels. If you don't have like a full blunt squad, for example. What's more? The other mention is SaGa units are coming. Mirsa and Minstrel are good for hard challenges. If I hard to pull, I'll go for Minstrel. 2 week with SaGa Emerald Beyond banner on the horizon. Minstrel actually better than Mirsa. Yes! Thanks, Hans. Forgotten Cole says. Minstrel is somewhat interesting with the buffs, but this was a solid skip on JP. I never regretted skipping it. There are so many better volleys coming up, and I don't have the gens to spare, especially with Global getting shafted overall in gens compared to JP. Are we really getting shafted in gens, guys? Ignore potential global shuffles. Out of the next 15 banners, I'll pull on 3, as you should probably skip outside of significant buffs, unless you really need to play faves, as their uses are too niche. And 10 of them have high valued styles, depending on what you want or have. Cold meta suddenly become viable, arguably this current strong attribute in GP. And probably 3 to 5 being banners you really should not skip regardless. I think they dumped 300,000 in JP during the period. The upcoming power creep is brutal, and I can only guess how bad the prep will be in the next story chapter that's on the horizon. So curious or not, the Christmas banner and 4 months behind in relation when it was released compared to this banner on JP will be eventually a freebie if they randomly add it with massive buffs to try to actually make it work. I think they will just drop it as an ads style, where it will remain lost to global or the missable Label or Monica banners and Red Mage. Red Mage distribution, the global skip it. Ah, he's talking about the Red Mage that has that cool art. Forgot about this guy. Emerald Beyond might be next week. Damn. Yes, we're both, indeed. Carlos says Char is gonna pull and cry. No. Letting Mirsa OG ever turn easily is a pretty big buff for Mirsa kit. Ah, you are actually right. I was forgetting about the extra 35 points. Every turn. It's not always every turn, but it's very easy to get every turn if you're already using the overdrive formation. Carlos says we need a conquest. Someone was saying that they came with a conquest. I don't know. Eclat army. I wouldn't even recall when it was started on JP. Prefer to say anything no more lost my memories about JP, says Akai. No conquest means we are shafted. But someone was saying that we had they will give conquest with this banner. Is it right or not? Anyone remembers? Is there anyone else here saying anything? Maybe Yapia. Let's check on Yapi post. Yapi said, Mir's a very powerful addition to Sun Team and will pair well with Impress and Creator. Provides lots of party buffs and sustain. For inheritance, can inherit Silverlight Fangs for the potential chase. Yeah, I said that as well. While Silverblade Light provides party heals on his own. Mirsa can already overdrive every other turn, and overdrive already provides heals. Yeah, forget about Silverblade Light. Silverblade Light has taunt. It may not be good. Yeah, forget about it. Darque. Is built for remembrance battles, in particular road blockers for his will debuff, so that the party can land the stun. He should also be useful in the upcoming remembrance battles with his end and pierce damage debuff. Frog Warriors might be good to inherit Blood Harvest for cold one attack. Yeah. Minstrel. Because there is an oversaturation of powerful sword styles, Minstrel has decided to switch back to clubs, so that he may finally have a chance to sacrifice a slot in our parties. And a chance he may get. While this Minstrel is very good for remembrance, he's also quite versatile and may have applications for standard boss fights. He really does. In particular, he should help with the current Academy Challenge Festival. Indeed as well. For inheritance, consider Eclat Army for a slightly lower cost of 9. And to switch because skill 3 effects last for 2 turns. Overall, this banner is again more of a remembrance booster pack. Mirsa, while looking impressive on paper, really has not been used much. Based on my observation of the JP version, more like there are not a lot of fights that cater it for his kit. Also take note the Emerald SaGa Beyond Gang release could be around the corner. Because they will solve all their issues with BP generation with Lolo if they want. And Lolo already provides a lot of attack and defense boosts. So elemental squads that need BP generation will kind of break. Because we will bring the cat everywhere. The next conquest, the one with the runs SaGa 3 units. Ah, okay. Well said, anything? Thank you, Yapi, for taking your time in doing this. Let me say that as well. And in the end, this was what I was thinking as well. Even with all buffs, Mirsa potential has no future. You can use him now and maybe for the next 2 months, but he will disappear. Same for Darque, and Minstrel will keep being useful. I don't know if anyone can actually compete with him directly. I mean, by that buff break for everyone. I remember people being amazed by Dragon Lord when was it Dragon Lord? They got a buff break on attack. Now you can make your whole squad buff breaks. Seems interesting for me. Multi-Alma, welcome. Another day, another set of variants. In the multiverse. Tsuna is just giving a free to repeat to every turn to everyone. Yeah. If people bring Tsuna, they don't need to bring a full elemental squad. Like I was saying, even Tatiana or Pina can be used on a squad without full random attackers. She and 2 others are already at least 12 defense boosts stacked. It's not that good enough already. And 4 news also doesn't really need 5 cold attackers. Sometimes I ran 4 news with 3 cold attackers. So if Minstrel is there just to give a little bit, we may just drop him. People will want to bring characters with more sustain or more support. Move future, nice SaGa Frontier, half friends, sure. Why? Will there be part even 2? The All Might Tsuna hack. Tsuna hack is coming. No future, nice, so Mary for this banner. Nah. Minstrel has future. So my friends, I think this live stream will be ending. If you want to help the channel, use the links in the description. As always, we survive mostly through donations since YouTube doesn't pay much, especially since the views are on decline. Use the link here in the description. You will be able to send a message if you want. But don't worry, if you cannot help, click the like button. Things will just work fine. Have you all a good night. I will be posting the preview only tomorrow. It's already 11 and 16 minutes. I'm going to have a dinner and sleep. And I'll try to hold myself and not pull. And I will recommend the same for people without many gems. If you want to pull for a creator or blue, okay. I will pull for a creator if I don't have Kihachi. It's better than pulling on this banner. I believe that he has a better longevity. A nuker that still has leader skill with support. So you probably can use this guy for more time than the other ones here. Please do not pull tomorrow. I'll try not to. Thanks, Chaos Piper. Thanks, Carlucci. Have a nice rest. You as well, Werewolf. Copy. Thank you for the wishes as well, Carlucci, Kai. Every single one of you. So it will be a silver award. I'll give Mirsa a 4, Darque a 3.5, and Minstrel a 5. For now, that's my feelings. Unless I change it, but this seems like it should be final. Wish you got a new weapon type. We will break things further, Alma. Based on the games, which weapon would it be? I don't know. Daggers. Stay safe, my friends. Thank you so much, you all. See you next time. Goodbye. And goodbye to everyone else that I don't know is still here. Goodbye, Neoflux. Goodbye, Nameless. Goodbye, Applegun. Sea Capers. Capivara, Lobonox. Juris Mango, that said Minstrel. Akia, and everyone else's. Goodbye.